Welcome back to our channel, where we explore the beauty of literature. In today's video of Shakespeare Series, we embark on a captivating journey into the intricate tapestry of Shakespeare's Sonnet 3. Join us as we unravel the profound themes, structural elements, and poetic devices woven into the fabric of this sonnet. Before we dive into the poem, let's take a moment to familiarize ourselves with the life and works of the great bard himself. William Shakespeare, often considered the greatest playwright in the English language, was born in Stratford-upon-Avon, England in 1564. Shakespeare's plays, such as Romeo and Juliet, Macbeth, and Hamlet, have become iconic in the realm of literature and theatre. His sonnets are equally noteworthy and offer a glimpse into his poetic genius. Shakespeare's sonnets are a collection of 154 poems written in the late 16th and early 17th centuries. Shakespeare's sonnets are written in iambic pentameter, which gives his poetry a natural and melodic flow, enhancing the overall musicality of his verses. Sonnet 3, beginning with the line, "Look in thy glass and tell the face thou viewest," delves into the themes of self-reflection, the passage of time, and the eternal struggle against mortality. In this sonnet, Shakespeare challenges the reader to confront their own mortality and grapple with the desire for procreation as a means of defying death. Before we embark on a line-by-line exploration of Sonnet 3, let's first examine its structure. Like the majority of Shakespeare's sonnets, Sonnet 3 consists of 14 lines in iambic pentameter, following the ABAB, CD, EF, GG rhyme scheme. First, I will read the sonnet for you, and then give you a quick overview. Once that's done, we can dive into a line-by-line breakdown. Look in thy glass and tell the face thou viewest, now is the time that face should form another, whose fresh repair if now thou not renewest, thou dost beguile the world, unbless some mother. For where is she so fair, whose uneared womb disdains the tillage of thy husbandry? Or who is he so fond will be the tomb of his self-love, to stock posterity? Thou art thy mother's glass and she in thee calls back the lovely April of her prime, so thou through windows of thine age shalt see, despite of wrinkles, this thy golden time. But if thou live, remembered not to be, die single and thine image dies with thee. Sonnet 3 reflects on the passing of time and the importance of procreation. The speaker urges the young man to look at himself in the mirror and recognize that now is the time for him to father a child and continue his lineage. The face he sees in the mirror should be the face that gives rise to another. Through the act of procreation, if the young man fails to renew himself by having a child, he is deceiving the world and denying a mother the blessing of bearing his offspring. The speaker questions whether there is any woman who would refuse to bear the child of someone as fair as him, or any man who would be so self-absorbed as to deny future generations by remaining childless. The speaker emphasizes that the young man is a reflection of his mother, and through him, she relives her youthful prime. By having a child, the young man can see the beauty of his own golden age reflected in his offspring, despite the inevitable wrinkles and signs of aging. The final couplet delivers a stark message: if the young man chooses to live without being remembered through progeny, he will die alone and his image will die with him. The sonnet highlights the significance of leaving a lasting legacy through offspring, suggesting that procreation is a way to defy mortality and ensure one's memory and beauty endure beyond one's own lifetime. Now, let's see the meaning behind each line of the sonnet. Look in thy glass and tell the face thou viewest, now is the time that face should form another. In the first line, the speaker is addressing someone, urging them to look into a mirror, glass, and observe the reflection of their own face. The speaker asserts that the current moment is the appropriate time for the person's face to bring forth another face, meaning they should procreate and have children. In these opening lines, Shakespeare urges the individual to reflect upon their own mortality. By looking into their reflection in the mirror, they are confronted with the passing of time and the necessity of creating another life before it is too late. The mirror becomes a symbol of self-awareness and a reminder of the transient nature of existence. Whose fresh repair if now thou not renewest, thou dost beguile the world, unbless some mother. The speaker emphasizes the importance of renewing or rejuvenating their youthful appearance through procreation. The phrase, fresh repair, suggests that having children would bring vitality and freshness to their life. If the person fails to renew themselves through procreation, the speaker suggests they deceive or cheat the world and deny a potential mother the blessing of having a child. This line implies that not having children is a missed opportunity. For where is she so fair, whose uneared womb disdains the tillage of thy husbandry? The speaker questions the existence of a woman who is so beautiful but has never experienced the cultivation of her fertile womb, symbolized by uneared womb. The idea is that this woman hasn't had children yet and, therefore, hasn't fulfilled her potential. The speaker asks why such a woman would reject the opportunity to be impregnated by the person addressed. Husbandry refers to their ability to father a child. The phrase, tillage of thy husbandry, implies cultivation of the woman's reproductive potential. In these lines, Shakespeare challenges the person to consider the futility of their beauty if they choose not to bear children. He questions why a woman, who possesses such beauty, would refuse to engage in the cultivation of their legacy through the act of procreation. The metaphor of the uneared womb likens the woman's barrenness to uncultivated soil, denying the growth of their beauty. Or who is he so fond will be the tomb of his self-love, to stop posterity? The speaker wonders why any man would be foolish enough to refuse fatherhood and become the tomb of his own self-love. This suggests that by not having children, a person would essentially be burying their own legacy and self-centered desires. By prioritizing their own self-love over procreation, the person addressed would be preventing future generations or posterity from continuing their lineage and passing on their name and legacy. Shakespeare provokes the person's introspection, questioning their self-centeredness and their willingness to let their beauty perish without leaving a legacy. He challenges them to consider whether they are so attached to their own self-love that they would willingly become the tomb, preventing future generations from benefiting from their beauty and essence. Thou art thy mother's glass and she in thee, calls back the lovely April of her prime. The speaker tells the person that they are a reflection or a mirror of their own mother. The person embodies the beauty and vitality of their mother's youth. By existing, the person brings to mind the memories of their mother's youthful and beautiful days, reminiscent of the delightful month of April. This line suggests that the person has the ability to evoke their mother's past glory. Shakespeare presents a beautiful metaphor, comparing the person to their mother's mirror. They carry within them the reflection of their mother's youth, rejuvenating the memories of her own springtime beauty. Through procreation, they can rekindle the vibrant essence of their mother's prime and extend it into future generations. So thou through windows of thine age shalt see, despite of wrinkles, this thy golden time. This line means that as the person grows older, they will still have the ability to perceive or witness their own past youth and beauty. The phrase, windows of thine age, refers metaphorically to the person's eyes or perspective through which they can look back at their younger self. The second line conveys that even though the person may have wrinkles and signs of aging, the present moment is still considered their golden time. The phrase, despite of wrinkles, suggests that despite the physical marks of aging, the person's current stage of life is still valuable and significant. It implies that their true worth and beauty are not solely determined by their outward appearance, but rather by the experiences and wisdom gained throughout their lifetime. But if thou live, remembered not to be, die single and thine image dies with thee. This line means that if the person lives their life in such a way that they are not remembered or leave behind a lasting legacy, their existence becomes insignificant, inconsequential, and forgotten. This line conveys that if the person passes away without having children or making a lasting impact, their image and memory will cease to exist with them. The phrase, die single, refers not only to dying without a spouse or partner, but also to dying without leaving behind descendants or a continuation of their lineage. Without any successors or notable achievements to carry on their legacy, their image and memory will fade away and be forgotten over time. These two lines highlight the importance of leaving a lasting impact on the world, either through procreation or through significant accomplishments, in order to ensure that one's memory and influence endure beyond their own lifetime. Sonnet 3 presents a profound exploration of mortality, self-reflection, and the quest for procreation as a means of defying the grasp of time. Shakespeare encourages us to consider the legacy we leave behind and the eternal impact of creating life. That concludes our comprehensive analysis of Shakespeare's Sonnet 3. We hope this in-depth exploration has shed light on the intricate layers of meaning within the sonnet. Join us in our next video as we continue our journey into the captivating world of Shakespeare's sonnets. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more captivating content.